Happy New Year! Let's all watch attractive millionaires dress down and depress the shit out of you. It's almost Oscar time. Ooh, I like this movie. This review is exactly right now scheduled to run like a month from when I'm recording this. You know, gotta love award season, right? So here's hoping my opinion on it doesn't change much between now and then, but right now I watched it pretty much a couple days ago and I dug the hell out of it. I'm coming away pretty psyched. Destroyer, which comes courtesy director Karen Kusama, is right now, here meaning early December, being sold mainly as a harder than normal art house pick that's only really getting a big push because it's seen as a potential vehicle to net a Best Actress nomination for Nicole Kidman. But maybe by the time it's now, as in when you're watching this now, presumably the studio will have figured out that despite the low budget and profile, what they've got is actually a rock-solid, nasty, old-school, hard-bitten cop drama that could really connect with a mainstream audience if they get the chance to, you know, see it. Even as, yes, it's also a character piece front-loaded with a gimmick of seeing one of modern Hollywood's most glamorous actresses transform herself through subtle makeup, costuming, and a fearsome physical performance into a haggard instrument of violent personal justice who looks to have had the shit so thoroughly beat out of her by life you can imagine like Mickey Spillane or Mickey Rourke from Sin City going up to her going, "Hey lady, are you alright? Do you need like an Advil or something?" Now we don't necessarily find out everything that's brought Kidman's rough-hewn detective character to the point of being an alternately terrifying but also pitied and roundly disliked figure in her local precinct, but we eventually come to understand that it started with an undercover gangland operation that went really bad when she was still green and idealistic, and that life has been something of a drain ever since. As the film opens, she's begun to suspect that a dangerous criminal figure connected to said operation has resurfaced and commits herself to finding them and settling whatever it is she thinks she needs to settle. And as we watch her stalk, shoot, bludgeon, and bully her way to the truth, it becomes increasingly clear that things aren't really clear at all. Her motives, the motives of others involved, the origin of all the pain she's in, what exactly she's going to do, why and how it connects to her estranged ex-husband and teenage daughter, and even the sequence of events themselves are all very much in question. It's difficult to get more into detail beyond that. This is a stripped-down crime film with a narrative gimmick involving nested flashbacks to the operation itself that serves as the heroine's origin story and allows the star to further demonstrate her potent abilities by playing the years younger, unruined version of the same character without missing a beat. And not much outside of that, at least in the details that can be discussed without giving away the hooks and twists that feel like the main draw outside of seeing Kidman do a rocking a lady version of the Bad Lieutenant vibe. But while the reason to see it is Kidman, and not just for the physicality of it, she's also a tremendous psychological and emotional depth to a character that has to start out as the most off-putting person you can imagine and become somehow more relatable and compelling as she becomes less likable. Kusama's direction also affords a grimy, sun-baked atmosphere that feels authentically sketchy but alive and inhabited. Like you don't want to go to the places in this movie, but you feel like you could. And while it definitely shouldn't be misunderstood as an action film, there's 2 fight scenes, a robbery, and 1 very satisfying gun battle, the brutality arrives and it's punishing and powerful when it does, but also studiously realistic, and from out-of-breath chases to the scrappy, bloody knuckle, cracked skull, teeth-smashing beatdowns. The only reason some of the violence on display doesn't feel like outright sadism is that no bullets or blades could possibly be as intimidating as the way Kidman turns on a dime from a cornered feral animal with a fiery "don't fuck with me" glare to a nail-spitting banshee ready to bite your throat out in a moment's notice. Now, as goes without saying in modern-day police films, there's a twist, and I'm obviously avoiding spoiling it because it'll color your eventual reaction, and I don't want to totally give away how it colored mine. Without giving it all away, the first time through it felt gimmicky and unnecessary to me, but I've warmed to its presence the more I thought about it, and unnecessary or not, it doesn't take anything away from the stunner of a lead performance. That's what I'll say for now. 3 stars from me. Sometimes the hype is telling the truth. She really is as good as you've heard in this. Check it out.